Every system has limits until someone breaks them.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running for President of the United States.
They said it was a stunt, a sideshow. They never saw what was coming. What started as a joke became a movement.
You know, it's amazing.
And what began as a campaign became a reckoning. Donald Trump didn't just win an election. He cracked the foundation of American politics. He broke norms, defied institutions, shattered trust. And when it all came crashing down, the system wasn't ready.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
He didn't change the game. He flipped the table. Before he ever stepped into the political arena, Donald J. Trump was already a towering figure in American culture, not for policy or politics, but for persona. He wasn't just a businessman, he was a brand. He was a symbol of wealth, fame, and controversy. A real estate mogul from Queens who crashed the Manhattan skyline, Trump built his empire on gold-plated ambition. His name didn't just represent property, it represented power, extravagance, and the art of self-promotion. He starred in The Apprentice, a reality show that turned him from a tabloid regular into a household name. He was no longer just a fixture of page 6 headlines. He was now a symbol of American success. Tough, decisive, rich beyond imagination. Week after week, he played the role of the no-nonsense boss who knew how to win. But few took him seriously when, in June 2015, he descended that now famous golden escalator and announced his candidacy for President of the United States.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running for President of the United States.
The media mocked him. Political elites dismissed him. His approval ratings hovered in the single digits. But as pundits rolled their eyes, something unexpected happened. Trump started rising in the polls. He spoke directly to a part of America that felt ignored, displaced, and abandoned by globalization, immigration, and the very elites running the country. His slogan, "Make America Great Again," was more than a catchphrase. It was a battle cry for millions who felt left behind. And unlike past candidates, Trump bypassed the gatekeepers, party leaders, big donors, even the press, speaking straight to the people. His message was blunt. America is broken, and only I can fix it. His style was brash, unscripted, and often offensive. But to many, that was the point. Trump wasn't a politician. He was a wrecking ball aimed at a system they believed had failed them. Politics has always been about messaging, but Donald Trump understood something deeper, something most of his rivals didn't. In the modern age, it's not the message that matters most, it's the spectacle. He didn't just use the media, he hijacked it. Every insult, every feud, every bombastic tweet or viral soundbite, intentional or not, became oxygen for the 24/7 news cycle. Where most politicians sought to avoid controversy, Trump chased it, turning outrage into political fuel. Every time he said something outrageous, the headlines followed, and every headline kept him front and center. From calling immigrants rapists in his announcement speech to publicly feuding with Gold Star families and journalists, Trump broke every rule of political decorum. But instead of sinking, he soared. He understood what most politicians didn't. In the age of social media, attention is power, and the media, chasing ratings, gave him endless coverage. Even as they criticized him, they couldn't look away. Trump didn't find the media narrative, he became the narrative. His background in television taught him that provocation wins wins airtime. And in a fragmented media landscape, airtime means control. His constant presence on TV, online, everywhere, let him shape public opinion without filters. He weaponized Twitter like no world leader had before, creating a direct, unfiltered pipeline to tens of millions. This wasn't just a new style, it was a seismic shift in political communication, and it set a blueprint for future leaders around the globe. For generations, the American presidency was shaped by unwritten rules, norms of dignity, restraint, and respect for institutions. Each president, regardless of party, inherited not just power, but expectations. But when Donald Trump entered the White House, those expectations were shattered. Trump didn't adapt to the office. He reshaped it, turning the presidency into a stage for confrontation, chaos, and personal dominance. Where past presidents followed tradition, Trump bulldozed through it. From the start, Trump broke with precedent. He publicly attacked judges, intelligence agencies, and even members of his own cabinet. These weren't just rhetorical jabs. They were attempts to undermine the very institutions tasked with checking presidential power. After courts blocked his executive orders, Trump lashed out, questioning judges' legitimacy and accusing the judiciary of endangering national security. When U.S. intelligence agencies concluded that Russia had interfered in the 2016 election, Trump dismissed their findings, siding publicly with Vladimir Putin over his own officials. He signed a travel ban targeting predominantly Muslim countries, igniting protests and legal battles. After the Charlottesville rally, his claim that there were very fine people on both sides drew outrage.
But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
His first impeachment followed allegations he pressured Ukraine for political favors. And during the COVID-19 pandemic, he was accused of downplaying the virus, contradicting scientists, and spreading misinformation. Every time Trump defied the expected norms, critics believed it would cost him. Instead, it galvanized his base. To his supporters, he wasn't breaking the rules. He was exposing a rigged system they no longer trusted. Over time, behavior once unthinkable from a president became the new normal. Of all the systems Donald Trump disrupted, perhaps none was more vital or more vulnerable than the one we can't see, the system of shared reality. In democracies, truth is more than just a virtue, it's infrastructure. It's what holds policy, justice, and accountability together. And in the Trump era, that infrastructure began to crack. Trump didn't just critique the press, he declared war on it with two words.
You are fake news. Fake news. Oh, fake news, CNN?
He reframed journalism as enemy propaganda. Fake news became more than a phrase, it became a weapon. Reporters were heckled, threatened, even assaulted. Major news outlets were portrayed as conspirators in a vast plot to undermine him. For his supporters, journalism became synonymous with lies. Trump didn't just criticize the media, he delegitimized it. Science, journalism, even democratic institutions came under sustained attack. A shared sense of truth began to unravel. In the Trump era, facts became partisan. Disinformation wasn't a bug, it was a feature, because when truth is subjective, accountability becomes impossible. By sowing confusion, Trump created a world where loyalty mattered more than evidence. This erosion of truth didn't just divide the country, it paralyzed it, and it made the next crisis even more dangerous.
From MSNBC, Decision 2020, Election Night. Live from Democracy Plaza.
November 3rd, 2020. America holds one of its most consequential elections in modern history during a pandemic, under historic polarization, and with record voter turnout. The result, Joseph R. Biden Jr. defeats Donald Trump. Trump's refusal to accept the 2020 election results became the final stress test for America's institutions. Trump launches an aggressive campaign to discredit the results, claiming without evidence that the election was stolen through widespread fraud. The legal assault begins. Over 60 lawsuits are filed in key battleground states. None proved fraud. Nearly all are dismissed, many by judges Trump himself appointed. Republican state officials and even his own attorney general confirmed there was no fraud significant enough to change the outcome. But the damage was done. The lie had already taken root. On January 6, 2021, that lie reached its violent climax.
Here, we're going to give riot warnings. We're going to try to get compliance, but this is now effectively a riot.
49 hours declaring it a riot.
5 to 50 feet by the Capitol Police One advised they're trying to breach and get to the Capitol.
For the first time in U.S. history, the peaceful transfer of power was violently interrupted. The world watched as the symbol of American democracy was defaced by its own citizens. The Capitol, the symbol of American democracy, was under siege. The images shocked the world, but they also revealed how deeply the system had been weakened from within. The insurrection resulted in multiple deaths, over 100 injuries, and a profound moral injury to the republic. The foundations of democracy, trust in elections, the rule of law, and peaceful disagreement were under siege from within. Questions remain. Can democratic institutions withstand sustained internal attack? What happens when millions no longer trust elections? Can a nation so divided find its way back? Even after leaving office, Trump's shadow lingers. He continues to shape the Republican Party. He fuels global populist movements, and he remains a central figure in America's political and cultural battles. Donald Trump didn't just shatter the system, he held up a mirror to its flaws. He exposed how fragile democratic norms really are, how truth can be weaponized, and how power in the modern age is often measured by attention, not integrity. The question now isn't whether the system was broken, it's whether it can be rebuilt. And if so, who will build it? The story of Donald Trump is still being written, but one thing is clear: American politics and democracy itself will never be the same.